Hello, welcome to the Untitled Wrestling Podcast. I am Jay, and I am wondering what I've done to hurt Aaran to make me want to review this show. You've probably seen the title. We're here to review WWE Crown Jewel 2019. Why?
I don't remember it being that bad, Jay, until I watched it.
It was fucking terrible. It might. I said to you before we started recording, it might be the worst wrestling show I've ever seen.
I think this is genuinely the worst wrestling show that we've had to review.
Yeah, and we covered a lot of WWE during the pandemic when it was nonsense.
I'm pretty sure we spoke about Heroes of Wrestling once.
we have spoke about Heroes of Wrestling. We've not reviewed that. I was hoping you'd fucking say that, to be honest. But
now you do.
Well, to be fair, Sweet Chinwag have already bagsied that you fucking review that with them at some point. So I'll let them have that evil on them. But yeah, so this show was in November of 2018, in an undisclosed location for reasons we won't get into.
Well,
do you want to?
Saudi government's coming after the scouts, or
listen, mate. I like having
they're coming after you like a secret society.
I like having my head attached to my body.
I'll say it. Jamal Khashoggi, the beheading of him. Come on, come at me, Saudi Arabia.
And then WWE basically just sports washed it away, and it was getting booed for weeks. There was talk this show was gonna be moved to Manchester. There was talk it was going to be moved to anywhere else in Europe because they were in Europe at the time. It didn't happen because Vince McMahon is a parasite of a human being and loves money.
Stephanie McMahon said to Sky Sports, an incredibly tough decision given the heinous act. But it said that in the end, that it was strictly a business decision. Money.
It was a business decision because they signed a fucking contract that they couldn't go back on with the Saudi Arabian government. But I digress. Shall we get into this then, Aaran? Because yeah,
Jesus, what's this?
I just Jesus, take the wheel. I just want this to end.
So we start off with Real American playing. Hulk Hogan comes out. The host that we only see at the start of the show. Thank fuck.
I mean, haunted couch Terry Bollea was not what I needed on my screen.
A great start to a great show. Hulk Hogan, who was cancelled essentially from WWE,
so
not spoken about, written off of history.
This was his return to wrestling following his basically being outed as a racist.
After the Love Sponge shit and being a racist.
In somewhat unrelated news, Hulk Hogan appeared at the Donald Trump rally last night at time of recording. I'm sure those two things aren't related at all, not even slightly. But yeah, also Hulk Hogan, to ingratiate himself to the roster, did also say that, and I quote, I've decided to get under 300 pounds. I looked huge, swole, jacked. My arms still bigger than most wrestlers' legs. I don't want to look like I can beat up the whole WWE roster. So basically, he said, oh yeah, I come back and I'm bigger than all the lads there.
They're all puny weaklings.
I mean, this was the same show that had Braun Strowman and Brock Lesnar and Undertaker and Kane, all people who are bigger than Hulk Hogan. But not necessarily less problematic.
Right, so the only note I literally have for that, because I didn't listen to him because he was speaking out our tripe, is Hogan starts off with his hair that's a different colour to his beard.
Well,
definitely not a wig.
Well, I mean, you can literally see where
the underline of his actual
wig, yeah, his actual hair and the wig. Um, and yeah, basically Hulk Hogan, like without actually apologizing, was like, "Oh, thank you for
Yeah.
welcoming me back." Um, and yeah, fuck Hulk Hogan. It's a day ending in a Y, so it's the fuck the Hulk Hogan day. Cheeky baby was right.
Ugh. Can you pause this and cut it
It's like there wasn't ever a break at all.
out? Definitely not edited or
Um,
anything. Um, so after that abysmal start of 10 minutes of Hulk Hogan, we'll say 10 minutes. It definitely felt like
it,
longer.
it was definitely longer.
You had
There was at least 5 minutes of him posing with fireworks going off because
yeah, that seems so
patriotism.
necessary. Yeah.
Um,
So
yeah,
you got your first match in the World Cup. Was it just the
yeah.
WWE World Cup they called it? Yeah.
The WWE
And
World Cup
basically
tournament.
WWE World Cup tournament where 8 Americans fight to see who's the best in the world.
I was gonna say there wasn't a single like person who wasn't American in this. They had
All
Drew on
eight
the
Americans.
outside, but they couldn't have a Scottish person win a tournament because Scotland don't win anything.
Nah, we
But
don't win
like,
anything unless it's like haggis finding or something.
like they didn't even have like a Canadian.
No, I would say the closest you had was Rey Mysterio. That was it, but he's still American.
Yeah,
So the first match of is 8 men. So the first one is Rey Mysterio versus Randy Orton. Uh, Mysterio in his little picture-in-picture promo says the main reason he rejoined WWE in this is because of this tournament.
yeah, because he just re-signed, hadn't he? Like
Yeah.
he'd literally was it? I'm trying to think when this was.
This was in November 2018, so he returned at the Rumble at the start of the year.
So
He disappeared again, and
he
then
went.
he
He
signed
wrestled
full time.
2 months earlier. He wrestled on All In.
Yeah,
So like he literally returned to this tournament. Like that's wild.
that's what he
What?
said in the picture-in-picture. Jay, come on,
But what he's really saying is they offered me like a new
a lot
house
of
worth
money.
of money. Yeah.
So after that, the match starts. Orton does his typical slow, methodical pace match.
Oh,
Mysterio does King Mystery things because that's what Michael Cole kept talking about, was what was translated to.
King Mystery.
They take turns back and forth. Orton goes for the RKO. Ray rolls Orton up for the win. If you thought Ash like went for that
That
match very fast, it's
that's
because
pretty much
all
all that
these
happened.
matches are very fast.
All these matches were literally about like 4 to 6 minutes.
Yeah, genuinely,
Like,
not none of the first round matches were over 10 minutes.
yeah, it was sad. Um, but
Yeah,
that's
so the match.
WWE doing tournaments.
So the match finishes. Orton RKO's Ray straight after the match ends because we've got to get an RKO there in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, of course.
Orton then throws Ray out via the belly slide and then slams Ray on the commentary. And takes Ray with an injury to the ribs for the next round.
Yeah.
So, so Jay, for these matches, I was like, we'll do proper. Like when I'm on these fucking pay-per-view reviews, we'll do stars, right?
Oh, God.
Okay. What do you think this deserves? This
I'd
Orton
say
and Mysterio match.
it was a fucking nothing match. It was I don't know 2 stars.
I gave it one.
Okay, okay.
It wasn't
I
even a
feel
good Orton and Ray match.
I was gonna say like it didn't really have time. Like it wasn't like a bad Ray and Orton match. There was just not really a lot happened.
You can't have a 4 minute match with Orton doing Orton things for 3 minutes of it.
That's very true actually. On on reflection, I'm going to mark it down to a one.
Here we go. If you think that's the worst rating you're gonna have the day, oh
Oh
boy!
boy. I mean, I can guarantee it won't be the worst rating we have today.
So we go to the next first round match where it's the Miz and Jeff Hardy. Before that, the Miz hits a promo that says "Best in the World," and guess what? CM Punk chants ensue in 2018.
It's almost like his nickname was the best in the
Best in the
world,
world. Yeah, yeah. Some
which
would.
is quite ironic considering, well, he isn't. Um, but yeah, tell me when I'm telling lies, Aaron.
Hey, any marry your cheek and I'll fucking hit the door on your dog or something. Aye.
So,
Kenny done something like that. Well, just it was something like that. I was
whoa,
close enough. You knew what I was going with.
he ushered his dog to safety. Well, CM Punk's,
No, that's not what CM Punk said.
yeah, but CM Punk's a liar, mate.
Tell me when he's telling lie.
CM Punk also said he responsibly choked the man, so like there is that.
Responsibly.
Yeah, he did the responsible thing and give him a little choke.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think that's how it works.
Anyway, Miz versus Jeff Hardy. Jeff takes out earplugs after the intro, like his entrance, looking like he should be in some mad trade because his dangly little ears, like they're quite rotten every time he does it. I don't like it. There's like little
No,
worms attached to your neck. It's horrid. Don't like it. No fan. Uh, Jeff does Jeff things. Miz tries to be sneaky numerous times, but gets caught every time. Renee goes, "It's been all Miz." Well, that's not what man ought to say, Renee.
I was
So
gonna
I think you're
say
telling
it
Pokey's head.
wasn't all Miz. This from
Jeff
the
does the
first.
whisper in the wind. Oh,
I was gonna say from the first round matches, this felt like the one that was the most like an actual match. I'm
yeah,
not
a
saying I'm not
50-50 match, yeah.
I'm not saying it was good. I'm just saying it was the most that resembled an actual wrestling match.
You want to talk about good? Jeff Hardy does whisper in the wind. Graves goes on the replay. Watch the feet. Is that because it was so bad it was only the part of Jeff Hardy that caught him?
Oh God.
It's the fact they're showing a replay of a bad move. Like, why are you doing that to
It's
yourself? Just
always
leave
the
it.
whisper in the wind as well. Remember
It's
when
always.
when he missed the fucking one on Jinder and like they showed about 8 replays of it.
Is it the one on Drew as well, where Drew has to fake sell it 'cause he doesn't even touch him?
Yeah. Oh, bless him.
Oh. Jeff hits his usual barricade walk jumpy thing. There's a quiet, "This is awesome" chant in the background. Jeff goes for his twist of fate, but the Miz reverses it into the skull crushing finale for the win.
Yeah, that was a match that
That,
happened.
that's how this first round feels. Is just yeah, it was a match.
Yeah.
Uh,
Um, go on.
what
What
you
are you gonna
giving
give
it,
it?
pal?
I'm gonna say 1.5 stars because, as I say, it was a bit more structured than the other matches in this first round.
I have agreed with you. 1.5 stars.
Yeah.
There you go. Next up, straight through it. I forgot to mention they do this weird thing where they announce like everyone's
Oh,
accolades and name at the start of every
I
entrance. It's
fucking
weird.
hated that.
It felt like
It
it
was
dragged it
so
out.
distracting. Like, yeah, like it dragged out the entrances, but also it was just like it was just weird because they announced it and then there was like a pause and then the music hit.
It felt like it was dragging it, right? But then when you got to like the last three matches of the show, they just went poof poof poof.
Yeah.
Did we run out of time or what?
Oh, fuck knows, mate.
Imagine it
I don't
went
think.
longer because they weren't running out of time. Uh, the third round is the third round. The third match of the first round is Seth Rollins and Bobby Lashley. No freaking any at this point because hearing "Burn It Down" again gave me little shivers. I
Oh,
enjoyed it.
bless. I do miss Seth having that music. I'm not a
Yeah.
fan of his like
No, I prefer
his other
"Burn
one.
It Down."
I do.
Rollins promo. He says the typical Grand Slam champion, best in the world, burn it down. You know the script because everyone knows the script. So it's always the same bullshit they give on the piece of paper that they get told to say.
Yeah, exactly, mate.
As you can tell, that was not scripted because I was a bit stuttering over myself there.
Well, yeah. Maybe you should have had the same script to talk
I should
about
have
it,
had the same script,
and
yeah.
we would have been all right.
Lashley's coming out with Leo Rush, looking and sounding camper than the priest that I blindfolded a cow with at a private summer camp once.
Sorry, what? um, uh,
Do you want me to repeat that, pal? Or you just know?
I'm in disbelief of it. I've got so many questions that I don't want to answer. So I'm just gonna move on. It's mad
Right.
that Leo Rush is a manager in WWE
Yeah, yeah. It's
because he's such
strange,
a good
isn't it?
wrestler.
It's not like he wasn't known before this either. That's
No,
the
he didn't he win a belt in NXT after this?
no, not just the cruiserweight he got.
Yeah, but he won it. It was
Was
in
it
NXT.
during NXT time?
I want to say it was when they were like kind of head to head with AEW.
Ah.
It was definitely before 2.0.
NXT Cruiserweight Champion, so it's definitely during NXT. There you go.
Mad.
There's your answer. Um, Now we go to the actual match. It's a good old strength speed match, what you usually get with a smaller and a bigger guy. Lashley's sweaty head with the headband on, looking like a meatball, is cooking in sauce.
Yeah, all right. I'll give you that one.
Yeah. Lashley slows the pace down. Rollins does a Tom Daly impersonation to speed up the match. What does he do?
I don't
He
know,
does a
mate.
dive. Come on, Jay, play the
Right.
game.
Okay. Yeah, he does a dive, Aaron.
He does a dive. I know.
Yeah. Tom Daly, famous diver.
That is Tom Daly, isn't it? Don't
It
do
is
that
Tom
to me.
Daly. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say you said that like I was wrong.
Yeah. I
There's a
just
back and
haven't thought about Tom Daly for about 5 to 6 years.
it's the only diver I know the name of. So
That's fair. That's fair.
it's a back and forth until Seth hits a stomp for the win.
Yeah. This
That is literally all I have for this match.
this was literally just a 5 minute. Like this could have been a Raw match.
All four of these matches could have been a fucking
Well,
Raw SmackDown match.
most of the fucking card could have been. Let's be honest.
Yeah. What are you giving this one in terms of stars, pal?
I'll give it a 1.5 as well because yeah, I like
I
it.
I also agree with you. I've gave it 1.5.
Yeah,
We're on a fucking roll here, Jay. We're
we are,
agreeing.
mate. We are.
What's going on?
I don't know, mate. I don't know.
It's gonna fall apart at some point.
I mean, yeah. Here comes Kurt Angle. So speaking of things falling apart,
Next up is the fourth and final first round match between Kurt Angle and Dolph Ziggler. He's here to show the world. He's here to show the world. Come on, bring it on.
yeah,
Do you know how good it is just to see my boy again? Oh,
you could watch
probably
TNA.
probably. No, I didn't want to watch TNA. Do you want to watch TNA? No, I didn't
Not,
think so.
not particularly, no. But
Exactly.
I'd love to try it. Um,
Uh,
he was in New Japan for like 5 minutes.
it was, and it was a very good 5 minutes.
It was all right, yeah.
So just like Angle's reactions with age, the fireworks are delayed. When
Yeah.
he does the "you suck" and they just didn't go.
I forgot how like weird it was that Drew was like just Dolph Ziggler's fucking Diesel
Those
here.
pal, huh?
Yeah. And he wasn't even allowed to fucking talk.
No, he didn't talk. I've got before the match starts, my boy is here to show the world with a big sexy Scotsman. No, Jay, I was not there.
I know because you said the big sexy Scotsman. No,
Wow. Wow, that's atrocious. That's not very nice.
not just a Scotsman.
That's no very nice. A match
Neither's
starts.
making me watch Crown Jewel 2018. Well, here we fucking are, Aaron.
Uh, the match starts, and my first line for this match is Matt wrestling in it.
Yeah, because it was a collegiate wrestler and an Olympic wrestler.
Yeah, Matt
Whenever
wrestling in it.
whenever Dolph's against someone who's an actual wrestler, he tries to like Billy Big Bollocks his way around it, doesn't he?
Yep.
And always gets shown up,
Yeah, pretty much. Yep.
which is pretty much what happens here.
Yeah. Ziggler does all the running and selling for Angle as Angle starts to hit bellies and Germans galore. Angle goes for the German off the apron, denied. Dolph takes charge. Angle slavers all over himself, rolling back into the ring at that point. Like
Oh,
proper like phlegm coming out his mouth onto himself.
okay,
Angle, what?
okay.
Booker, he's getting all over my lane.
He's getting
Angle,
pissed at WWE as well, I imagine.
yeah.
There's that.
Angle fires back with more Germans. Angle slam hit for the 2 count. Ankle lock reversed into a famouser for a 2. The match starts to get in. There's another quiet, this is awesome chant. I wouldn't go that far. Ankle lock reversed, pushing Angle's shoulder into the corner, and then the zigzag for the win.
That was like the slowest zigzag I've ever seen.
It was quite sad, wasn't it?
Kurt went down like when you see like a statue of a dictator getting pulled down by people. Like
when somebody's pouring a pint.
Yeah. Oh, bless him.
You know the show's mediocre at best when Cole says, "Well, that was enough for Ziggler."
Yeah.
That's
Oh
literally how he
God,
said it as well.
he sure did. This was so sad. Bless him.
What are you giving this a star rating, pal?
I'm gonna give it a 2 out of nostalgia of Kurt Angle hitting a load of German suplexes alone.
Damn, I'm agreeing with you. I've gave it a 2, but
You
for
pushed
Dolph
in
Ziggler
Dolph's in it.
pulling the fucking weight, that's why.
Ah, Kurt
Jet,
still.
jet
I was gonna say
is
Kurt's
a
still good at German.
personal vibe. Oh, your camera did start a bit. Carry on, pal. Sorry.
Sorry, I just said Kurt's still always good at Germans.
Yeah, that is true. And Ziggler sold everything like a champ. And to be fair, this match out of the 4 first round matches was probably the one I was most invested in. I actually cared something of it.
Because you had Dolph in it and Kurt Angle.
Yep, Dolphin Park. Right.
Bless him.
Now we take a breather from the World Cup because that was your first 4 matches because the next round's a semi final. And we go to a match that I didn't even care was on this card until the
No,
New Day started coming out. I was like, oh, okay. We've got the New Day versus the Bar for the SmackDown tag titles. Before the match starts, Graves says to Renee, enjoy yourself, Renee, in a country women notoriously are not allowed to have fun.
oh, fucking hell. I mean, you're not wrong.
It's quite sad that isn't wrong.
Yeah. Especially at that point in time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did like New Day's entrance with the magic carpet.
Yep.
That was
As
quite
they
cool.
come out on the magic carpet, Michael Cole goes, "A New Day on a roll." No, it's the magic carpet, you stupid fuck.
It sure is. The thing that made me laugh as well is it had like smoke coming out of it,
Yeah.
but only when it was going up and down. So when it's going down, it just like blasted smoke on all the fans at the ringside.
Yeah, all the fans at the side are just getting covered in smoke.
Ridiculous.
So the Bar comes out, the Big Show's with them.
I forgot the Big Show was with the Bar.
I totally forgot that. See, when the Big Show first came out, the first thing that came out of my head was fucking Rockstar Spud pissing him his pants at Survivor
Yep,
Series. That
yep.
was the first thing that
Remember
came
that?
out of my head.
That was a thing that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
The
so
match.
weird because it was so weird because like they come out to the like literally to the Big Show's music and like that's not the
Yeah.
tag
Why
champions.
not? Why not have the Big Show come out first and then the bar do their entrance and the three of
Or
them come
just the
out?
Big Show come out with the bar.
Yeah, or that. Yeah. Uh,
Random.
the match starts after the New Day piss about and dance because it's the New Day because it's what they do. The bar beat up Kofi. After a couple of minutes, Kofi tries to get the tag, but Sheamus knocks Big E off the apron. Kofi finally gives Big E the hot tag for the belly.
Belly, belly, belly.
The belly to bellies galore. Nice stomp by Kofi whilst Big E has Sheamus in the powerbomb position for the
That was pretty cool.
powerbomb stompy thing. That was quite cool. Big E reverses a brogue kick at the end of the match. Sheamus reverses the big ending, but whilst the ref dodges Sheamus pushing Big E away after coming out of the big ending, he gets hit with the saddest WMD ever, then the brogue kick for the win.
Yeah, that was a sad punch.
It was a
Um,
very sad punch from the Big Show.
I, I think what I'm more sad about is that I miss Big E.
Yeah, yeah.
I miss Big E wrestling. He's so fun to watch.
Yeah.
But yeah, I genuinely think this was probably the best match on the entire show. Um,
Um,
it still wasn't very good, but it was better than like it was better than anything else from what I remember.
um, I have a different opinion, but yeah, okay.
Is yours Shane McMahon becoming the best in the world and you?
Spoilers. Come on, mate. We're not like that yet.
I'll I'll try and remind myself to edit this out. I won't. Um, all right. Well, what do you give it?
I give it 2 stars. I
I give it 2.5.
I I had the two of them. The two teams were on. It was all right, as you say. It was
Mm.
serviceable match. It should have
And
been better with these two.
I was gonna say like these two teams don't have bad matches together,
No.
and this was fine.
Yeah. Uh, so after that, we get the Miz in a promo sounding like Kane in 1998. I want to be the best in the world.
Oh, because he got booted in the throat
Is
by
exactly
Chicago.
how he says it. Yeah, because that foot on the replay was the only thing that connected, and it was to the neck.
Yeah, sure was.
Then after that, the Miz comes out. So does Rey Mysterio. They have the semi-final match for the World Cup. The match starts fast-paced kicks and reverses. It starts off actually reasonably fast-paced for a Miz match. Ray hits a belly slide splash thing to the outside on the Miz. That's always fun to watch, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
There's a little back and forth till the Miz hits Ray with a power bomb. I've put power bomb backwards. A reversal of a power bomb thing.
A
Lifts him
bomb
up on
hammer.
the shoulders and just falls back.
Oh,
Whatever
the
that
alley oop.
is. The alley. There we go. He takes charge for a while after that. The Miz dulls the match to death for a bit. So much so that a very, very loud CM Punk chant starts.
It's funny that like was this not around the time when CM Punk told Miz to go suck a money covered dick in Saudi Arabia?
It probably would have been just before the show, yeah.
And well,
Yeah.
he didn't do that because you're not allowed to be gay there, but he was at least there. He did half of it.
You're only gay in Saudi Arabia if you get caught.
Fucking hell.
It's fine. It's totally fine.
It's fine. As long as you don't get caught.
As long as you don't get caught sucking dick in Saudi Arabia, you'll still live. It's fine.
That's fine.
See?
Just don't get caught.
Yeah, who knew I'd be saying that on fucking a wrestling podcast? Yeah. Anyway, where the fuck are we? Miz and Ray getting delayed about sucking dick, man.
Yeah.
Ray finally gets back in it with springboard bodies. He goes for the 619. Miz reverses it into the skull crushing finale for a 2. So Ray kicks out. He goes for another 619, hits it, but he goes up to the top after for the frog splash. Miz gets his knee up and rolls right up for the win. So we get
Yeah.
another roll up. Another one.
That's WWE in 2018, mate. You loved them.
Yeah. Yeah, it's quite sad. So I've said that sounding like it was pretty good and pretty fast paced action.
Oh, it
It
was
was
not.
at the beginning and it dulled right the fuck in. So it wasn't that
Yeah.
good. I said all that and that was a 10-minute match.
Yeah.
That
Um,
was
yeah.
interesting bits.
There was a lot of fluff in all of these matches.
Yeah, it was always the heel just taking charge and just killing everything today.
Very, very formulaic.
Yeah.
Um,
So there we go. Oh, sorry, stars. What have you put?
I give this a 1.5 again.
I gave it a 1. I thought it was just shit.
It's a bit dull, wasn't it? It was a mismatch.
Yeah, yeah, it was sad.
It's so sad.
People might think surely you're exaggerating like your star ratings in this, but
No,
Jay was messaging me going, "I've not watched this show yet. It can't be that bad or whatever. You've only seen the main event, and then you watched it, and now you're sad."
I genuinely like tried to watch this 3 days running and fell asleep at different parts of the show. Yeah, it was very upset.
But next up, we have the other semi-final match, so the other side of the bracket. Who's going to fight Miz in the final? The match starts. It's a technical feel out process begins the match. They should call Dolph and Seth Ren and Louie because they're even Stevens. Yeah. Is that a reference too young for you?
I think it might be.
That's sad. Shout out to all my even Stevens fans. Yeah. It's how Shia LaBeouf became popular.
Oh, right. Okay. I know what that is.
Yeah.
Actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf.
Actual what?
Actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf.
Actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf, yeah.
Took you a minute there.
Scary man now.
He's an actual cannibal,
Yeah,
mate.
sorry. I believe it. But, we've just got delayed on Shia LaBeouf now. we want to talk about anything but that.
Yeah, just do it.
Just do it. Drew stares out Seth, giving Dolph the advantage, keeping Seth on the mat. Here you go. Here's your Dolph keeping Seth on the flare. Seth keeps fighting back, but Dolph drops him over and over and over again. Seth eventually does fire up after Dolph face rubs him with his foot, but again Dolph puts him down. We're delaying the inevitable here. There's a little reversal off, a lot of 2 counts where they do a lot of near falls. They do the usual spot. Seth reverses a super kick by Dolph into the ripcord knee for a 2. Drew gets involved. Him and Dolph get Neymar'd, right? Why is it Neymar?
Go on.
Because he dives. Come on.
He dives. All right.
He dives.
Got you.
Neymar famous for diving.
Yeah. He dives.
He dives, yeah. Dolph gets the famous there as Seth rolls back in the ring after his dive for a 2. CM Punk chant gets shut down by the Avalanche Falcon Arrow that's reversed into a zigzag, which does give the Dolph a 2.
I bet Seth Rollins was made up there was a CM Punk match in it, chanting his match.
And he fucking shut it right down straight away.
Could say burned it down, mate.
You could say burned it down.
Say burned it down.
Yeah. Ziggler fakes injury for essentially Drew to knock Seth off of the top turnbuckle. Assist, which then put Seth on the floor, and then just a casual super kick from Dolph Ziggler for the win. And to be fair to Dolph, he does cut quite a decent little 1 minute promo at the end after getting called out for cheating. But we're looking for good. We're looking for 3-star things in a 1-star show. Yeah.
And you know what? This match did not get 3 stars.
What did you give it?
I give it 2. It was fine. There was a bit too much shenanigans.
I gave it 2.5.
I remember
enjoyed
I remember
it.
these two having like an absolute banger earlier in the year.
Do you know what else they had earlier in the year?
They also had that Iron
match.
Man match, which was the most cursed fucking Iron Man match I've ever seen in my entire life. It would have been funny if the people of Saudi Arabia had have decided to do the Iron Man thing.
Yeah. I gave it 2.5 because it was the match I enjoyed the most so far.
That's fair.
Which is, it wasn't even a good match between the two.
No, it really wasn't. It was fine.
Oh. Next up, we have the WWE Championship. Do you know how good it is to hear, "Oh, Wendy"?
Oh God, I forgot all about Oh Wendy.
Oh, Wendy. Oh, that's great. Right. So the match starts. Both men, there was nothing interesting before the match started in between. It got to the point where they just didn't do anything in between. So the match starts. Both men weirdly go for the legs, which is very uncharacteristic of Joe as well. There's a back and forth that leads to the outside where Joe bounces AJ off the barricade. Joe hits a swan. What's a swan?
A dive.
It's a dive. There we go. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
I understood that reference.
He hits a dive on AJ, which looks rough. That's the dive that fucking AJ's ribs hit the corner of the table.
Doesn't AJ cut his arm open off that as well on the table?
Yeah, it looked horrible. It's so horrible that it was vaguely interesting to WWE that they replayed it about 6 times after that.
Oh, they fucking loved that, didn't they? Back in the day,
they loved that spot.
The old Kevin Dunn. Let's show about 80 replays of it from about 8 different fucking camera angles.
Joe leads the fight whilst the crowd constantly chant AJ. AJ does a quick combo. Joe does one of his own. Both men fall at the same time. AJ hits a massive clothesline for a breather. A calf crusher by AJ. Joe quickly gets the Kikina clutch to reverse. After a little tussle after that, AJ hits the phenomenal forearm for a really deadpan ending.
It was a really nothing ending.
I don't know how to describe it. It's like there was no build up whatsoever. He just went through the ropes, and
it was almost as if he was told to take it home.
Yeah, there was no build up. He went through the ropes. He didn't even do the typical pull the band up to do it or whatever. He just did it. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. What do you give this match for?
It was probably a 2. That's me being kind.
I've
agreed
with you.
It was comfortably the worst AJ Styles and Samoa Joe match I've ever seen. Which is hard because they have amazing chemistry with one another.
I said this watching the Courtney going, it's quite sad that we've been watching TNA and AJ and Joe, and now we're watching this bish.
Yeah.
Times are tough, man.
Having done a couple of TNA retro reviews with Troy and seeing the actual spot which made AJ Styles a flat earther where Rhino threw him on a bin and he landed on his face. And then obviously talking about the matches AJ and Joe had in TNA, and then watching this, I was like, oh, this is
It's
upsetting.
quite sad.
Sure is.
So we've both agreed with 2 stars on that one. Oh fuck.
Oh boy.
If you thought the first half of the show was good, well, to be fair, that's like 3/4 of the show.
That is.
Just you fucking wait. Oh fuck.
Oh god, I've just seen what's next.
Next up, it's the vacant Universal title match. Roman Reigns vacates it. He says it's for his leukemia, but I mean, it could well be. I'm not arguing it.
It was when
was it genuinely?
It was when his leukemia came back. Yeah.
Not the whole Saudi Arabia push for this.
No. He was
right. Okay.
He was gone for like 4 months while he got treatment.
Well, I'm not. I wouldn't be surprised due to the fact that it's Saudi Arabia after this whole beheading nonsense that they would just use the angle of leukemia.
No, it was the leukemia. The leukemia was genuine. He took time off, got treatment, and then he came back just before Mania.
Probably, yeah.
He wrestled Drew at the following Mania, which is mad to think about.
Basically, it's Brock Lesnar versus Braun Strowman because Reigns vacates.
Mm-hmm.
They both come out before the match starts. Corbin's there because he's GM, he's Raw GM, and he holds the belt up. When he goes to put it away, he smacks Braun with the title, and then the match starts.
Mm-hmm.
Which I've got a big gripe about, by the way.
Which bit?
Just all of the ref starting the match. Well, no, Corbin, the ref starting the match was Braun Strowman's on the fucking floor.
Yeah, Corbin's holding to. As acting Raw GM, he couldn't find a referee.
I couldn't get a monkeys. Why could that's even more of a fuck up. I've got more to shout about later. Right. Anyway, before so the match starts. One very shit F5 for a 2 count to start off the match.
There was 5 very shit F5s in this match, mate.
I've got the same fucking note for the second and the third F5 that are both shite and they were both for a 2 count. There was a 4th shit F5, but it was to the outside, so it was slightly different.
Yeah.
Braun gets back in for a 9 count after that. And then Braun reverses another F5 to hit one offensive move, which is a reversal boot from the corner turnbuckle, before getting a shit F5 again for a Brock Lesnar win.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question. Right, this is the most important part of this match that we probably care about.
Go on.
Why did Brock Lesnar take off his gloves for the last F5?
Because that means it's more powerful because he's an MMA fighter.
Does it? His gloves. Does it really?
I don't know, mate. The match was dog shit.
It was 1 minute and 15 seconds. I'm never getting back in my life.
Fuck Brock Lesnar.
Fuck Brock Lesnar, man.
Piece of fucking human garbage.
Absolute fucking dump truck.
Dreadful, man.
What star rating you give it, pal?
Fucking 0, mate.
You get 0.
I'm doing nothing.
I'm doing something we've never done in the 4 years we've done this podcast.
Are you doing a minus?
I'm doing a fucking minus.
See, I'm saving my minus for something else. You know what it is?
Fucking abysmal. Absolutely atrocious.
Yeah.
And then I'm sitting there arguing with myself, going, I've never had to do a minus rating before on the podcast. What am I going to have to get?
So what you give it?
-3. Bang in a minute.
-3. Okay. I mean, I don't think it's going to be the last minus you're given in this show. Given the 2 matches that remain, something tells me that you can beat that.
Actually, I'm not beating that. That is the worst match on this show.
It isn't. It
It
definitely isn't.
is. It is.
It sure as shit isn't.
It is.
There's definitely a worse match.
Oh, we're having arguments.
There's definitely a worse match.
Nah, 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 nah.
And let's get to that match, shall we?
Let's get to that match. It's the World Cup final, baby. It's the semi-main event, the World Cup final. Ziggler versus Miz, two heels, 1-on-1. And there's also the stipulation if Miz loses, he gets fired from SmackDown, which is a bit of a shitty move. Why would you get the person all the way to the final to go, oh, by the way, if you lose the final, you're fired? But all the other three that just lost their matches before that, man, they're fine. They're totally fine. Don't worry about it. Right. So, anyway, it starts off. The match doesn't start off. Let me finish. Ziggler and Miz come out. SmackDown Commissioner Shane McMahon and Raw GM Baron Corbin are there. Drew is straight away sent to the back. The refs given no monkeys. Right. The Miz attacks Dolph Ziggler before the bell rings. The Miz goes out the ring, jumps off the apron and twists his ankle. Right. Before we go any fucking further, right? That argument we just had about the ref starting the match because Corbin said so. Why did the match not get started when fucking Miz attacked Dolph in this one?
Yes.
Huh? What? Why not?
I'll tell you why.
Yeah, we wouldn't have had to go on the side and then have to talk about what's about to happen.
I'll tell you exactly why, Aaron. Because it was WWE in 2018. Bear in mind, literally 3 weeks after this show was when they all came out and fucking apologized for how shit the product was. And blame Baron Corbin for it.
Blame Baron Corbin for
Corbin did nothing wrong.
Yeah, so the Miz twists his ankle. The CM Punk chant ensues. Oh, how people
can we just say, for a man who is supposedly an actor, that man cannot act to save his fucking life.
He didn't do a fake injury very well, did he?
It was fucking awful, mate. It was fucking dreadful.
It
was like that fucking bit out of Family Guy when he's like, literally, and he was just going, I have never been injured before. I have never had injury. Haven't you, Miz? What you fucking have now, pal?
You have now. Get over it, you fucking wet light. So the announcer goes to give Dolph Ziggler the win, which is totally understandable, and it's what should have fucking happened.
I don't know what you're talking
about. Shut your mouth.
the match hadn't started. They could have added the substitute for the Miz.
Don't
worry about it.
But I should have started because
don't worry about it.
Fucking Dolph got attacked by the Miz. So why the fuck did the match not start then?
Because then they couldn't have give Shane McMahon his moment in the sun.
Nobody wanted Shane McMahon's moment in the sun. Even the fucking.
Do you know who did? Shane McMahon.
Even the woman hating anti-gayist fucking didn't want him.
Listen, mate. Remember when Shane McMahon came back and made the Royal Rumble all about him and got fired for it?
That is true. Yeah.
Are you honestly surprised this happened? With that knowledge safe in your mind. And hey, at least the Miz got his redemption when Shane's leg exploded at WrestleMania.
That is true.
In a match with the Miz. Yeah.
You know what else is fun though? When this came out live, right? I was watching it with Courtney and a friend, and basically, I was like, fuck yeah, Ziggler's in the final. This is the first time in about 2 years he's been relevant again. Nah, of course not. Get fucking shot on again. Anyway,
I honestly, I'm shocked that you're surprised by that.
I just build myself up to drop myself again.
You could always watch him in TNA. He didn't win the belt there either, did he?
No, he did not.
Mate. It's all right.
You know, he should. That's fine.
That's it. Okay. He might win it today.
You
At
might,
time
yeah,
recording Slammiversary, I believe it's tonight or tomorrow.
yeah, yeah.
He won't. He
So
won't.
no, he definitely won't. So basically, the ref goes to call it every time, and what's his name? Hamilton, first name something Hamilton.
Greg Hamilton.
Greg Hamilton. He goes to announce and your winner before he says the name. Shane McMahon keeps cutting him off, and then basically Shane tells him. Shane
Why?
literally says,
Oh, it's all right. We've never spoken about this, but I've got questions about Shane McMahon's arms.
"Right, come
Like,
on."
right. So from the Attitude Era to now, why the fuck is Shane's arm so fucking long all of a sudden? He's like fucking salad fingers.
No, you think they're long because you can actually see his arms, whereas back in the Attitude Era, he was like fully clothed and he had like an under thing as
Oh, but
well.
he's all like that. He's all like, whoa,
Yeah.
whoa, 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 wait.
See
He's all
what
flat
that is?
arms.
That's called stretching your arm out because you're constantly going like that. Poo, 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 poo.
I'm telling you, he's like fucking salad fingers, mate. Shane
I like
fingers.
rusty spoon.
I like sweaty spoons. That's how the spoons get so rusty. He sweats on the fuckers.
Oh,
Oh.
so the match between Ziggler and Shane starts. Shane does his punches, then his little shitty dance.
Shane's
Corbin,
punches are offensive,
they're atrocious. I fucking hate them.
like fucking Scrappy Doo.
How do you be in the business that long and not know how to throw a punch?
How has he been in the business that long? Come back and got worse. Like he was fucking boss in the Attitude Era, and then like he's come back and it's like, oh yeah, I done an MMA training and now he's shit. I don't know.
um, Corbin interferes in the match. He gets sent to the back straight after because that's another person sent away. Because even though fucking Dolph's already had two matches, oh, but it's unfair that Dolph's got people at fucking
It,
ringside for him, eh?
it is, mate.
Okay. Shane kicks out the zigzag. More awful Shane punches because that's what we want. Ziggler sells everything like a fucking champ, but it's so sad.
Dolph Ziggler was doing the Lord's work.
He
Selling
was doing the Lord's
Australia.
work for Shane McMahon.
He,
It
he,
was,
he doesn't he didn't deserve what it came to him.
no, it was so sad. Shane again. It was not a deadpan ending where he just put Dolph in the corner,
Shane,
casually
Shane,
strolled up to the turnbuckle across the ring, and then just jammed coast to coast for the win.
Shane literally punched him to death in the corner and hit a fucking coast to coast and won it. It was like, what the fuck?
It
How long,
was so sad.
how long was this match? Like,
2 minutes 30.
oh, like that. I mean, let, let, let's be,
Sad.
let's be honest now. Um, that that's a bad fucking rating. What are you? I want to know what you're giving it. It's got to be a negative rating, surely.
It is a negative rating, yes.
I thought this was worse than Braun and Brock.
Nah, this had substance in it. That last match wasn't a
Was
match.
this was the substance Shane McMahon's sweat? That's what it was.
Some
And
sweaty
his
lubricant,
weird
baby.
long arms. Arms like a fucking Wales flippers, mate. Come on.
Yeah, I gave it one -1.5.
I'm giving it -2.
Right, okay. We're similar levels then. Okay.
There's still something worse.
Really? You
Oh,
genuinely think so?
I fucking sure do, mate.
Oh, fuck. Right, okay. Right. So Shane celebrating like he had three matches whilst the crowd are silent, and so are commentary. Like even commentary are saying he's acting like he's had three matches.
Shane was celebrating. Like, have you seen that video of Boris Johnson playing rugby with kids and he does like the try
He
and he
knocks
like
the kid over.
he flattens a kid and then he celebrates like he's just won the Rugby World Cup. That's what this was like.
Oh, it's sad.
I,
Like, even commentary can't fucking say anything about it because Renee replies to Graves because Graves says he can learn to like this, and she has to go. Keep talking, you'll trick yourself one day.
So, so I'm reading a review from WrestleView.com for my notes here, and they
Right,
tweeted out at the time, and this is verbatim what they tweeted. It's official. This was straight after Shane won the World Cup.
right.
It's official. This show is a complete joke. What an embarrassment this entire affair has been. From the politics involved with deciding to go to the execution, don't use that word, of the basically the entire show. What a mess.
Oh, you, half your card is now null and void on this show because of what just happened.
I mean,
You had 10 matches, but sorry, you had 9 main show matches before this, and 6 of them were for this tournament.
are you honestly surprised? It was
I,
WWE in 2018.
I was pissed off by these last 3 matches, man.
It, bear in mind, like, this was when WWE literally had no competition whatsoever. This is this is 2 months removed from All In.
Yeah.
Like, this was when WWE was fucking unwatchable because they just didn't give a shit about the fans.
The closest thing you had was New Japan going up slowly.
Yeah.
They had their little boost from Jericho. So
This was 2 months before the announcement of AEW. So it was
we,
when there was like no competition for them whatsoever.
you know, bear in mind as well, is this not like 6 months after the first Saudi Arabia show, the World Cup, the Rumble?
The largest Royal Rumble.
Greatest Royal Rumble.
So I said largest Royal Rumble. Did I fucking stutter? It's not the 2010 Rumble, is it, fella?
Uh,
What? All right. What's your favorite Royal Rumble? While we're quickly sidetracked.
while we're wanting to not talk about this show,
Yeah.
I think mine's is
Or Royal Rumble match, I should say.
the actual Rumble match
Yeah,
itself.
because that's why they called it the Greatest Royal Rumble because they said it was the
I,
greatest Royal Rumble
I
match.
think from a nostalgia point, I think 2003 is my favorite.
Who won that?
Lesnar.
Brock.
Yeah.
That's a good Rumble, to be fair.
No. You had Shawn and Jericho at the start.
I think mine was 2010 when Edge come back and won it. I was really good.
My second place one would be 007 with Taker and Shawn in the final.
That was very good.
Yeah.
Was '08 the one where Taker and Shawn started it?
Started as well in Madison Square Garden.
That was very cool.
Yeah.
And that was when Cena come back in the final. That was a good Rumble. I like 2018 as well when Nakamura won. That was quite good.
But then 2018 happened.
Well, yeah, then the rest of the year happened. That was the same year as this.
Well, by the way, 10 months after winning the Rumble, right? He's defending his US title in the pre-show against this.
At least he's got a belt.
Aye, but
remember when they had like 4 months of him and AJ feuding over kicking each other in the bollocks?
Aye, but Nakamura, after that AJ nonsense, he won the US title and then he was defending it on the pre-show every single pay-per-view. He was never on the actual pay-per-view.
That's what they do with the US champion, mate. It's tradition. They still do that. I couldn't even tell you the US champion is in WWE at the moment. Exactly. I know Sam Zayn, the Intercontinental Champion.
It's Logan Paul. No.
It's
Logan Paul.
Oh God! Speaking of people with bad reputations, fuck me.
Bad reputations in foreign countries, especially.
Well, yeah. But don't Google why Logan Paul wasn't on the Japan tour because I guarantee it won't be for what WWE is saying.
A personal reason.
Don't
everything. Personal reason.
Hey?
Personal reasons, of course.
Don't Google Logan Paul Japan.
No,
Um,
don't do it. Don't do it.
don't do it.
Or do
Uh,
do it. It's
or,
quite funny,
or
but in a bad way.
or do, and then you'll know why he's not allowed in Japan.
Yeah.
And then,
Right.
then yeah. Also, Logan Paul, pay the people back all the money from cryptos, or you fucking grifter.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
He's got
that's
the money.
that's me getting sued if he fucking ever comes across this.
Nah, he's never coming across this. You'll be
Nah,
fine.
he isn't. I'll be all right.
Fuck you, Logan Paul.
Fuck you, Logan Paul. And KSI, you're the gobshite too. And that
Right.
I show speed fella, he's a twat as well. Fucking fucked a lot of them.
He is a twat.
They all are, mate.
Well, we just fucking we get through this, Jay.
Prime's a terrible drink.
We have one
Instead of
match
Prime, drink Volvic, touch your fruit. Right, I'll stop. I'll stop filibustering now. Let's talk about the main event.
I'll touch your fruit.
Thanks, mate.
Anyway,
So
right, we're on the main event. We're on the main event now.
okay, let's do this.
I don't want to talk about this.
Um, why don't you want?
Generation X versus Undertaker and Kane.
Why don't you want to talk about Dad Generation X versus the Brothers of Dad Destruction?
We'll talk about it. Right. We have to talk about it. We've just spoken about Dolph, and that made me depressed. And now we've got to talk about this. So let's go, eh? 2 matches in a row. Fucking way.
Right. I remember when Shawn Michaels had that really good retirement, and then
I did.
then he came out in retirement and fucking ruined it for everybody.
Yeah, I was depressed for about a year after that.
I remember I used to bring it up to you all the time on the podcast, and you just look so sad.
Fuck the Undertaker, man.
I mean,
right.
Shawn Michaels did it to himself.
Diaz versus Undertaker and Kane. It's a great promo. It's a good the promo for this match is quite good. Like the build up and shit. Bald Sean will never not be funny.
Bald Sean is funny. It's like the second funniest. It's like the second funniest version of Shawn Michaels.
What is the worst one? The crackhead one from NXT.
I mean, the one where he literally looks like a homeless man in NXT is quite funny.
The
with Carmelo Hayes, where he looks like he's asking him for change.
He looks like Trevor from GTA.
That he fucking does as well. No, him looking like a fucking pervert.
We're ridiculing here.
It's all right. He destroyed his reputation with this match. No, I'm looking like a pervert in NXT with that chef out.
Yeah, he is now.
And him beasting over all those fucking TikTok rappers who keep showing up.
Or beasting over Jordan Grace.
And Jordan Grace as well, yeah.
Yeah. So Graves goes during their entrance. Look how massive, thick Kane is. You forgot the word immobile, pal. Come on. Crack on.
Don't you dare talk about the bigot red machine like that.
I've got more to say about the big red machine.
I never said the big red machine. I said the bigot red machine.
The bigot. Right. I agree. Yeah, the bigot red machine.
Because he's a fucking piece of crap.
Yeah.
Fuck Glenn Jacobs.
Yeah, he must fit in quite fucking well in Saudi Arabia. Like, it must be his sort of lifestyle.
I mean, he does love human rights violations as well.
Yeah, he does. That's what I'm saying.
The gays. So yeah, probably.
Yeah. There's a "This is awesome" chant just as the match starts, a very loud one. Again, how yous will be sorely disappointed.
Oh, this match peaked with the fucking entrances, didn't it?
Yep. Right.
Oh boy.
Kane starts overpowering Triple H. Yeah, Shawn comes in and somehow does, which makes no sense. Like, Kane overpowered Triple H, but then Shawn Michaels came in and somehow was stronger than Kane.
It's because Shawn Michaels made the hot tag from 8 years of not wrestling.
It was that big a build-up, was it?
It was the hottest tag.
That pop for Shawn Michaels and Undertaker stare off, though, when it happened. That was that was the peak of the crowd for this match, by the way. That was it. After that,
Sure was.
uh,
It
Sean gets
sure was.
Sean gets chops in before Taker takes charge. Taker goes old school, but Triple H interrupts. All four fight in the ring. Sean goes upside down after getting Irish whipped into the turnbuckle. He does his usual spot where he hangs upside down. Then Triple H does his stupid one armed like leap thing over the top when he gets Irish whipped.
And tears his
And then
tit.
he tears his tit, yeah. Um, yeah, so he's now one armed after this.
Yeah.
Uh, he does try for a little bit. Triple H takes the beating for a while. Sean then tags forearms Kane. Classic kip up. That's what you like to see. He did wobble a bit getting up, but it's fine. DX take charge, double teaming. Shawn Michaels hits the elbow drop, then tunes up the band. Kane reverses his feature music into a choke slam. Taker goes after Shawn. Snake Eyes, boot, and a leg drop for a 2. Triple H interrupts the choke slam, so Shawn Michaels hits the super kick. Taker's up before Shawn, somehow, after hitting the super kick. Fuck you, Undertaker. Fucking cunt. Um, he... So Taker sits up after the super kick, and Shawn's still in the flare. He throws Shawn out, clears the announce table, goes for a tombstone on the table. Triple H breaks it up. They all gingerly brawl outside because one of them's got a torn tit.
And the other three are just old as shit.
Yeah, another three are just all die. And Kane choke slams Triple H through a table, taking him out for the last 10 minutes, 15 minutes, however long it was, because it felt for fucking ever.
Well, they literally said, didn't he? Like, while Triple H was through there, they had the doctors checking on his arm because his fucking arm was hanging off.
Yeah. So Taker beats up Shawn again, and the amount of times you see before they get back in the ring, Taker talking to Triple H, because I assume there was planned bits of the match that were meant to
be.
Oh,
you could tell they were a bit lost because
they were a bit lost because obviously they've had to just do it on the fly.
Yeah, I imagine out of the 4 wrestlers in this match, Triple H was the most active of the 4.
Yeah,
and he'd just been taken out the match because he got injured.
Yeah.
So basically, they relied on Shawn Michaels, who'd not wrestled for 8 years, to
carry the whole match. Yeah.
Not, I wouldn't say carry the whole match, but basically
you
carry
say that
him and Triple H's spots.
You say that. Listen to my next 2 notes. This is after I've said Taker beats up Shawn again. Taker/Kane continue battering Shawn. Kane goes to the top. Triple H knocks him off. Right? Shawn knocks him off. Sorry. Right? That's 3 notes that I've just mentioned of the Brothers of Destruction battering Shawn. Right? Yeah. That was only 3 notes. It's a shame that part lasted about 10 minutes.
Oh yeah, it did indeed. It did indeed.
It's quite sad. So me telling you this makes it sound good. Imagine it at snail's pace, right?
Oh god,
this is me running through it, but imagine what I'm saying.
This match was slower than time.
It was so upsetting.
It was a glacial pace.
Yeah. So as Kane hits Shawn off the top rope, Kane's mask comes off essentially. So then you just see his normal short hair. His mask is flew out the ring somewhere, so he can't just go get it and put it back on. It's a shit show at this point. If it wasn't before.
It's so funny. Corey Graves goes, Shawn Michaels hit Kane so hard his mask came off. It's like, no,
it didn't. And then the camera disappears.
Yeah.
But by the time Shawn's setting up the next spot, which is the moonsault to the outside on both of them, he's still not got his mask on, so the camera has to go back onto them of Shawn doing the moonsault onto them. I say onto them. Both of them didn't bother their arse to catch Shawn. So he just went he'd first into the flare.
Well, it was literally like Kane still fumbling around looking for his mask. Like a dad who's lost his keys after going to the pub. Undertaker's in position, but because Kane's not there, Shawn just fucking face plants.
He literally face plants the floor off a
That was
moonsault.
that was literally the whole fucking whole shit show was on Kane.
Oh yeah,
I
definitely.
was fucking Sean basically breaks his nose like because he face plants
Yep,
and he's got like a cut above his eye. His nose is piss and blood.
yep. Ev- Eventually, after that, they get in the ring. Triple H is back up on the corner. He gets the Korma tag, so it was anything but fucking hot. That's for sure. Uh, at this point, by the way, there is absolutely no crowd noise whatsoever. There's nothing. The
Oh,
crowd are dead, like
it,
completely
they
done.
they're like, what are we watching here?
Yeah, the crowd are completely done. Um, so there's reversals on the choke slams and the tombstones that they go for. Triple H hits a pedigree on Taker, but then 2 seconds later after that, Taker locks in the Hell's Gate on.
That was like the worst Hell's Gate I've ever seen him do.
It's a shit move as it is.
It's the thing with the Hell's Gate is it's as an MMA move, it's fucking boss. Like whenever you see someone bust one out in UFC, it's cool as fuck.
Yeah, you're
But,
just putting pressure on the front of
well,
their neck onto your
it's just
shin.
yeah, it's a
That's what you're
modified
doing.
triangle choke.
Yeah,
Um, but when Undertaker does it, especially when he's doing it to one arm Triple H, so he can't do it properly,
yeah,
it's because like it all relies on Triple H basically supporting himself with his bad arm at this point.
yeah, yeah.
So it's just like, oh god, oh
Uh,
no,
uh, Straight after, once he's in the Hell's Gate, he's in there for a while. Shawn Michaels eventually hits the super kick on Kane, who falls onto Taker to break up that Hell's Gate. And then Taker and Kane go for a double tombstone. There's an eye rake by Shawn onto
Kane.
Kane, who's holding Triple H. And then there's a super kick to the Undertaker, who goes to the outside of the ring. He's been super kicked. Then there's a super kick on Kane, who then turns around. He doesn't fall. He hits takes pedigree from Triple H, and
That
Triple H takes the
pedigree
pin.
was fucking dog shit.
It was absolutely fucking wrong.
He literally just fell. He didn't
Uh,
even bother to jump. He just fucking fell.
he just went down.
Like honestly, that was one of the worst matches I've ever seen. Like I'm just gonna say, Aaron, -5 stars.
Nah, it's not that bad.
-5
It's
stars.
not that bad.
It is.
Ah,
I lost respect for every man in this match after this match. Especially when you've got Michael Cole after 27 minutes of absolute dog shit getting shoveled into our fucking mouths going, and these old men, they're not regular guys. It's like, well, why are you giving them the fucking longest match on the card, you dickhead?
by fucking 15 minutes, by the way.
Yeah.
The second longest was Ziggler and Seth at 13 minutes.
This match was longer, I believe. Yeah, this match. Oh no, sorry. This match was almost longer than all 4 first round matches combined. All
It was longer than all first round matches. It was longer.
You're right. It was. Sorry,
Yeah.
my maths was terrible there.
Yeah.
I included the match that wasn't involved. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was longer than both semi-finals combined.
Yeah.
It was longer than the semi-finals and the final combined.
Yeah.
It was, yeah,
And it felt even longer than that.
and it was double the length of the second longest match on the card.
Which was Dolphin Seth.
Which is madness, lunacy. Um, yeah, this was fucking dog shit.
You generally giving it -5 stars?
Absolutely, I am.
Nah.
Shawn Michaels ruined his legacy for me.
Right. Here's the argument.
Shawn Michaels went from being one of the greatest wrestlers of all time to that creepy old guy who hangs around NXT.
This match is mostly not Shawn Michaels' fault.
No, it's not, to be fair.
Right? But anyway, I'm not here just to justify Shawn Michaels. That's not what we're here for. Right?
I knew you'd defend him, but come on, mate. You've
Right.
got to have it. This is a minus, right?
It's not a minus. Hear me out.
Wow.
Hear me out.
Wow.
Hear me out. Right?
If you give over 1 for this, I'm gonna disown you as a friend. friendship over if you give over one for this. Gonna give a fucking two, aren't you, you scumbag?
Hear me out. Right. So, right. So you've just seen Brock Lesnar and Braun Strowman where it was 5 moves and 4 of them were F5s.
Yeah,
right?
that was an angle. It's fine.
Right. -3 stars. You've got Shane McMahon and Dolph Ziggler. Nobody wants to watch that, especially after 6 matches of a tournament that are now null and void. Right? So there's your minuses. This match, the main event, actually had a match. It was a 2-on-2. It was structured. It was a match. Yes, there were a lot of fuck ups. I totally agree. It was shit. I
It was
totally
slow
agree.
as fuck.
It was slow as fuck. I totally agree. But compared to those 2 matches, it was a match.
It was still fucking dreadful, mate. What? Go on, what are you giving it? What are you giving it?
Right, I have 2 ratings for this because I have
Oh,
a normal match rating and a nostalgia match rating. Which one do you want to take?
I don't want the nostalgia match one because you're a shithouse if you're gonna try and give me that.
Right, okay. Well, take the normal match rating. The nostalgia match rating, I would have been a 2 anyway, right?
Our friendship would have been over.
Yeah, so that was purely nostalgia, 2 stars out of 5. Your normal match rating is it's getting half a star.
Half a star. That's too fucking high. You're a monster. Oh god. To be fair, so I'm looking at the cage match ratings of this. So the show as a whole averaged 1.07 total rating
Who's this from?
from cage match.
Right.
Um, the Brothers of Destruction versus D-Generation X, based on 187 votes, got 0.69 out of 10.
Was that well, aye. We've
So
done
that would
5-star rating.
yeah. So if it was a 5-star rating, it would have been a 1,
Yeah.
maybe a 2. But yeah, not very good. Not very good at all. So some sick fuck gave this a 7 out of 10. Just one.
Here was me giving the nostalgia match rating a 4 out of 10, and somebody's giving it a 7.
No, the whole card. I mean, I should
The
say.
whole card a 7, right?
Yeah. The 114 people gave it a 0.
Totally justifiable because most of the show is
Yeah.
null and void.
Yeah.
The other matches, apart from your SmackDown tag titles, were naff or weren't matches. So
It was such a fucking bad show. Like, my favorite. I'm just looking
Jay
through the
has
comments.
no words for how bad this show is.
Well, I'm gonna read my favorite. Oh, that's the 7 out of 10 gave it a comment, and they
Come
said,
on, then, let's hear that.
really enjoyed this show. Quarterfinals were fine. Loved seeing Angle and Ziggler wrestle. Miz Ray was a great match, followed by Ziggler and Rollins stealing the show. Joe Styles was good also. I loved the main event. Also, wasn't technically great, but I enjoyed it for the spectacle. Overall, the show was an enjoyable watch. And there's a comment above that.
Is he Saudi Arabian? Saudi Arabian and fearing for his life or something?
I don't think so.
What's going on?
So there's my favorite zero review.
Yeah.
Is where is it? I've just lost it. Where are we? There's that man. Here we go. This is all in capitals, by the way. No, please. This show is a complete failure. What the fuck did I watch? No, please, no. Crown Jewel 2018 sucks. It sucks so bad my eyes bleed on this. I hate this show. It was the worst pay-per-view I ever watched in my entire life. Watching WWE, complete disaster. That pretty much sums up my feelings on the show.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying reading I enjoy reading the reviews more than I did watching the show.
It's horrible, man.
What are we rating this out of them? Out of 5 stars, or are we doing it out of 10? Main show.
Well, just stick to stars. So I've just
Okay,
averaged out all my matches and found the middle of what it adds up to.
go on.
1 star out of 5.
I'm gonna give it half a star.
That, to be fair, it's totally
Um,
justifiable. This show is shit.
I enjoyed. Yeah, it really was. I enjoyed the tag
And
title match.
I
AJ and
see,
Joe was fine. Rollins and Ziggler was fine. Kurt and Ziggler was okay, I suppose.
say
Everything else,
your Seth
fine.
match, your Seth matches, your Ziggler matches, they were serviceable. SmackDown tag titles serviceable.
But oh,
AJ and Joe was the worst match they've had.
mhm,
It was okay,
yeah.
and the rest was shite.
Overall, the the general disdain I had for the show anyway, um, added into the fact that that main event was well, the last 3 matches were just offensively bad, like they were the whole way.
I say
Let's be honest.
you said to me you were on like the first half of the show, and it was like it's only getting downhill for you, Jay. Just wait.
I literally watched like the last 3 matches, um, and Dolphin Seth just before we recorded because I
Yeah,
kept falling asleep watching the show because it was just boring as sin.
yeah.
Um, as I said to you, like the fact that this was 2 months almost to the day after All In, where there was like a genuine glimmer of hope there might be competition to WWE being absolutely dog shit. And
Yeah,
then obviously 2 months later, AEW, well, 2 months
was
later, we
announced.
got
Yeah,
Wrestle Kingdom and then AEW was announced.
yeah,
It's wild that this show happened in that time window. Um,
yeah.
at least the old sex offenders out the fucking door and they're improving their output. But Jesus Christ, this was
Yeah,
fucking.
at least we're now 6 years on, almost 6 years on, and the WWE product has improved vastly from this.
I mean,
Even, even your Saudi shows this year have been relatively good.
to be fair, it's not a high bar to improve from this.
Not from this, no. This
But
is low.
but they have massively improved. I will give you that,
Yeah.
for sure. But fuck me, this was painfully stupid.
So if you ever feel happy and want to make yourself miserable rather than the other way for a change, just put this match on for 3 hours and 41 minutes.
Don't do it. Don't do it. I I genuinely think I've done something to upset Aaran for him to subject me to this.
Again, I did not remember this show being that bad. That's why I picked it. I was like, why don't we find out if it really is as bad as
Well,
people say?
yeah. Well, that's been another retro review in the bag. I feel like whenever I ask you to do these with me, you're just gonna pick really bad shows now.
Wait. I think when it's me that are on these, it has to be a bad show. We can't.
I think you should do me a mercy and pick a good show once or twice. Come on, mate.
Just once.
Literally, like the 2 shows that we've done that like this that I've recorded this week is this one and TNA Turning Point 2006, which the
A
matches are
very
all
big difference.
the matches are all good, but the shit out around it is dog shit. Whereas this is just 3.5 hours of just fucking nonsense. Um, and I hate it. I hate it so much, Aaron. Make it stop.
It stopped. It's done. There you go.
Oh God, I can move on with my life until I have to come and edit this. Um, but yeah, thanks for joining us on a roller coaster ride of mediocrity. Um,
We tried to pizzazz it as much as we could. I was
um,
saying I was trying to write notes to make it better than what it actually was. So
Yeah, and fair play to Aaran for making
It
something
sound
entertaining out of this.
it sound relatively okay.
Yeah. As always, like, share, subscribe, comment down below, and let us know or tweet us and let us know what shows you want to see us review.
Twitch,
Um,
Twitter, Discord, Untitled Wrestling Pod, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, Untitled Wrestling Podcast.
he's still got it. He never
I
left
still
him.
got it, baby.
Have you got anything coming out anytime soon?
Me
Anything in
and
the pipeline?
Ryan, me and Ryan do have ideas. We've not recorded anything yet, but we have 2 ideas in the bag. Ryan is currently practicing one with me at the moment.
Oh God,
It's something that involves practice. Yes,
that's frightening.
it's scary, isn't it?
That's terrifying. Right, Ryan should be given that much license.
So we have a gaming video lined up, but he's still practicing with it. And
is it
have
Fall Guys? Because you'll be waiting some fucking time for that, pal.
And we also have an actual video planned, but we've not recorded it yet. So we've been unavailable at the same time. So
fair enough. Well, yeah. We'll be.
There is ideas there. Don't worry. There is stuff lined up.
There is stuff coming out.
Do not panic.
We'll probably be at time of recording another one of these in a couple of weeks. But by the time this comes out, it'll probably be that we're recording this. But yeah. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye. Have a beautiful time.